Hey there! Welcome back to another video. I'm so excited today because I'm going to be trying the Kuretake watercolors, and I've been waiting for a couple of weeks for them to arrive, and I've been wanting them for like half a year since they first started appearing everywhere. I saw a couple of reviews and I thought, wow, they're amazing, they look gorgeous and they seem so saturated. I wanted to try them, but they were a bit expensive and out of my budget, so I decided to wait until I could afford them or give myself a bit of a gift. They arrived yesterday and I decided to record a little color chart for you that you will be seeing while I talk about my first impressions and thoughts so far. I'm going to be creating pieces with them probably for the next year, but in the next few weeks I'm going to be trying to create pieces with them and then create a more solid based review. But for now I'm going to tell you what I found out. So first, as you can see, there are highly saturated watercolors, and that's a thing I was looking forward to because I've been trying to get saturated colors with my previous watercolors, and it was so hard. I needed so many layers, and in the end they looked more like maybe too dark instead of saturated. I mean, it wasn't the thing I wanted to get. I was wishing for something like this to appear in my life. They are highly saturated, but you can also blend them to create a soft color. You can add as much water as you want, and obviously as any watercolor, but if you want you can create very saturated and pigmented pieces, which is something I'm very much looking forward to. It seems to me, and for what I've seen, especially in some videos and pieces by Sarah Tepes, I will link her down below in the description, you can get like very interesting textures with these watercolors. Maybe, I don't know, I want to try more, but maybe it can get a bit harder to get soft edges because they seem to create somehow inherently all by themselves some very interesting textures that I'm looking forward to creating my pieces too, because I've always seen these textured watercolors and I think that they're beautiful, so something I'm looking forward to too. And if you want interesting textures, these watercolors definitely do have that. Also, they seem to create very beautiful gradients of color when you mix them with water, and also when you mix them with other colors, like layering. I mean, you will see me in the video creating a bit of a layering in a separated paper, and you will see how beautiful they will layer. The colors will layer as any other watercolor would, and they work as any other watercolor would, and they layer beautifully too. Also, I've tried to lift the color because I've seen videos where people, I think I recall them saying that it was harder to lift this watercolor compared to others. And I've tried as I usually do, which is wet the watercolor and with a paper towel put it on top and press it a bit, and it seems to lift the color perfectly, as I usually do, like for erasing mistakes or creating interesting textures. So far I think they lift color perfectly, and besides I did some color samples yesterday, and today I tried to erase the color. I mean, after dried, it was more than 6 hours dry, and I re-wet it again and you can still lift the color perfectly. So I think they work perfectly fine, just as the other watercolors. Let's keep going. I picked this pack and not the smaller packs because I think this has a very wide variety of colors, and when you see them they might look very similar, but actually when you look closer they do have some differences between them. And also it has some colors that I'm very much looking forward to use, because even when you're mixing watercolors, and I don't have any trouble mixing watercolors to get different colors, but sometimes there's colors you just can't get or you just don't know how to get, and this set's perfect for that because it has some very beautiful blues and turquoise and purples, and actually I like the browns and greens it has too, very beautiful, and blues obviously. It has very beautiful colors. It contains 3 shiny colors and they are very beautiful too, and they seem to layer perfectly, creating kind of an opaque feeling over, and that's something I'm looking forward to. I do have some shiny watercolors, but this seemed to work a bit better, so I'll try them more and talk to you about that later. They have huge pans. I mean, you probably can see in the photos and in the video, but the pans are huge compared to any other watercolors I have, and if the other watercolors last me for a long time. I got my first watercolors about 4 years ago and I still have them. So imagine how long this can last, and I use them regularly, I promise. So I'm sure these ones are gonna last me like forever. But I think it's a very good investment. How about that package? Isn't it beautiful? I mean, the color, the gold engravement, I think it's just beautiful. And hands down, I think these are like the most precious art supplies I have now, because they're like so beautiful. I don't want to even touch it, and I don't know, maybe I can destroy them just by touching them because they're so beautiful. I don't know. Don't get me wrong, I mean, you can use them properly, but it's just they're very beautiful and they make you feel like they're so luxurious. That's good too. And also, a bonus point I found is, well, they arrived quite early when I got them from Amazon, and they have a little color chart inside with the names of the colors, because in the pans they're in Japanese, they only have a number, but I mean, you can see it, so it's fine. And they have a little chart based on the little cover, and it's beautifully done, but I didn't want to ruin it, that's why I did my own color chart. But still, that's a very nice touch to have a little color chart there pasted in the thing. I did this one and in this size so I can put it inside the watercolors and have it on hand. And this is actually the first color chart I've ever done with watercolors, because I usually don't like them, but with this I was just dying to try it and do a color chart, and I was so excited to do a color chart. I never thought I would be. But yeah, that was my initial thoughts on that. Most of them are more like in a physical way and of the very little things I've tried, but I'm gonna work in a few pieces between today, tomorrow and this week, and probably will have more videos about them soon and tell you more about them. So I will leave a link down below for you if you want to check them out, these watercolors, and other videos I've seen of reviews and things like that that maybe will be useful for you if you're looking forward to get some of this. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed my excitement about these watercolors, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!